What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, I have a very, very special treat for everybody. We've got an update to the Riftbreaker Alpha. This is something they gave me access to quite a while ago, but this is a game that I've had on my radar. Exor Studios does very, very good work. I've liked pretty much all of their games a lot. They're a studio that shows a lot of attention to sort of like detail. In fact, I streamed this game for about 4 hours, and I went out of my way to try to like break it basically and like mess with it and try to find things that the game would not catch, and effectively I came up empty-handed. This is a Sandbox survival base building game where you've got 1 hour to build a base as of right now in the alpha. Later on there's going to be like a campaign where you fight across an entire planet, but for right now what they've got in is a survival mode where you've got 1 hour to build a base and defend it with your giant battle mech the best that you can. We're going to dive on in, spend about 30 minutes with the game, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list, or otherwise pass on if after watching this you wanted to add it to your wish list. I got a link for you down below in the description. Aside from that, you'll also find links to my Twitch stream where you can actually find a 4-hour VOD of me playing this game, kind of learning my way through it and getting better at it. And then there will also be videos of some of the other stuff that I've uploaded as well over there on Twitch over the last week or so. I think we've got a much deeper look at the Infected. We've got a little bit of a deeper look at Cepheus Protocol. We've got a deeper look at pretty much everything that I've been playing on the channel. I mean, Hobo Tough Life, if you wanted to see that and watch me learn the game there in preparation for the video I made, that's pretty much what I do with my stream. So anyways, let's dive on into the Riftbreaker. I've spent some time with it. I really, really like it. And as with Stone Shard and a few other games, I'm very, very stoked about this one coming on out. I'm going to turn off... let's maybe not have the... I don't think the Twitch voting is going to matter, but I should probably, like, delete it real fast. There we go. Perfect. All right, we'll start the game on off, and I'm going to try to get your feet wet with what this game's got going on. We're going to kill a lot of Xenos today, brother. There will be many Xenos sent into the hell from which they spawned. We're going to get attacked by Starship's Troopers-style bugs that are very, very upset with the fact that we've brought kind of industry to their planet. I get it, dude. Look at all that pollution right there. I get it. They like to breathe fresh air. They don't want us over here manufacturing iPhones and stuff. But you got to do what you got to do. Okay, so we're in the game. We need to find a suitable spot to make our base. So let's do that. I'm going to run off this way. Everything in this game feels really, really good. I love moving and, like, attacking and, like, doing stuff in this game. Those are explosive plants right there, so those definitely need to go. Otherwise, this location is just never going to be suitable. Yeah, those have got to go, like, right now. All right, so we've wiped out some of the explosive plants. We've got some carbonium over here. The only downside is that I might run out of ammo here, which means I got to, like, love tap that. I don't want to blow myself up. I'm trying so hard not to explodinate myself. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we've got carbonium over here. The only downside to this area is I don't see any of the ironium we're going to need in order to get started. And so we're going to have to track down some iron. Let me grab this DNA over here real fast, too, before it despawns. Let's get this carbonium. That's going to be the starting material that we need for our base. We'll talk about the UI a little bit while we're here in the top right corner. We got our electricity, our carbonium. We've got our ironium. We've got our research queue. Over here, we've got our current objective that we're trying to accomplish. Down in the bottom left, we've got our left-hand weapon, our right-hand weapon. We've got our shields, our health, and all of our hotkeys. All right, so we've got about 300 carbonium right now. We're going to be attacked by bugs in about 5 minutes. We need to get a base deployed. I've turned off the dialogue for the cases of this playthrough because I've heard the dialogue like 829,000 times. I've been playing this a lot, okay? I've been playing through quite a bit. But there is dialogue and voicing and stuff like that if you're interested in it. If I can, like, get rid of some more of these plants, that would be beautiful. Ow! Okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough. I don't want explosive plants near my base. Okay, let's spend this time getting a little bit more carbonium, but you should see that we've got electricity generating. I think this area is defensible. The downside is ironium is really, really far away, so I'm going to have to get super aggressive with the way that I grab land on this map, and that means that I'm going to have long faces to my walls that are going to be taking attacks, which means the enemy in this game is actually pretty smart. It reminds me a lot of the AI in They Are Billions. It actually looks for weak spots in your defenses, and it goes for those weak spots, like, aggressively. Come on, give me that carbonium. I got to get some electricity up and running. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If we're going to be able to automate this pretty soon, but like for right now, we got to do this all by hand. I guess the game is sort of They Are Billions and sort of like Factorio or Dyson Sphere, if you really want to think about it. Although there's not a lot of inputs and outputs, in all honesty. Like, I usually define those games by inputs and outputs. I'm going to destroy some of these plants to get some plant matter, too. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to give it a... Oh, dude, I blew myself up again. All right. Well, I heal if I'm near my base, so I'm pretty sure if we stay near the base, we get, like, periodic infusions of health. Let's see if we can get some power up and running. So we've got the plant biomass plant right here. I think that's a really good call. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy one of those. I'm going to go do some landscaping real fast to get enough plant biomass to actually make this work. Every plant biomass you pick up is basically about 1 second of power. So we've picked up a few minutes over here. Oh, look, alien friends. Hello, little aliens. Would you like to be turned into blood puddles? There you go. I have turned their bloodstream into a blood puddle. Come on, a little bit more grass over here. Oh, there's more of them over here. Hello, guys. How you doing? It's just me, your friendly neighborhood robo-human, rolling through your territory, murderficating your people. We are kind of close to the edge of the map, which sort of worries me. I'm not in love with being this close to the edge of the map, but I guess that's life. I think we've probably got enough power now to really, like, aggressively start growing our base and whatnot. When I get back to base, I can actually tabulate how much we have. We have 470, so that should be about 8 minutes of power. So I'll keep an eye on our timer. So we're at 2 minutes right now? Okay. What we need to do now is we need to get some carbonium miners down. So there's carbonium number 1, and there is carbonium number 2, and then we need to run some power conduits to this as well. Over on this side, I would like to have a couple of batteries, in all honesty. Let's throw down a couple of batteries. Now that that's mining, this should go a lot faster. So I'm going to throw down and get some carbonium over here. That should give us a nice little trickle, allow us to fill up our storage a bit faster. I tend to, like, avoid doing the objectives that they're telling me to do in the early game because I think it's a really, really, really good plan to just get your infrastructure. This game is all about economy, economy, economy. If you're not focusing on your economy, you're going to have a bad time. And so we need to get ourselves to where we've got lots of carbonium coming in, at least a trickle of ironium. And once we get to that point, we'll be in much, much better shape. Are those batteries done building yet? I feel like they should be done, but like no guarantees. We're about to have 350 resources in just a second. I'm going to expand the power grid pretty aggressively right here. All right, 1 minute till the attack. We've got our batteries down. I don't want to spread, like, too ridiculously far. I do want that mine right there, though. All right, carbonium storage is full. That's a very, very good thing. We're going to put in some solar power over here, and then we're going to put in some wind power. Just really get this grid cooking with fire, because power is going to be our great limiter. We have a limited number of AI cores up here in the top right corner. If we don't have enough AI cores, we can't put down more turrets. And I tend to be like an over-turreter rather than a less of like an under-turreter. We really, really need to get this finished off. For right now, the 1 hour timer has not started for the game. And so everything we get done during this period is effectively free progress. This is kind of like pre-game, basically. So I'd like to get it finished off about as soon as possible before the meter comes after us. I don't know where the aliens are going to attack from, but this first wave shouldn't be that bad. We have no weapons right now. We have no machine gun anyways. I've got a plasma thrower that I can swap to that has no ammo, but it's not quite as good as the machine gun in my opinion. Alright, so we've got a large group of creatures that are coming towards our base. From what direction, we don't really know, but I'd prefer not to lose any buildings or accessories while we wait on this. There's the 1 hour timer. So the 1 hour timer is officially up. They're coming from this way over here, apparently in 35 seconds. That sounds to me like I've got time to place buildings. We'll put that down right there. That's going to be the beginning portion of our power grid. The other thing that I'd like to do is if we could get this carbonium over here claimed, I think that's a pretty good spot to be in. So let's run the power grid real fast. We'll connect that to the central hub, and then we'll connect that right there. Okay, so we've got our stuff moving. By the time this is done and over with, we should have, I think, +5 to our carbonium, which effectively means that it's like we're mining the entire time. I'm just going to kite these guys out. Love, love, love the combat in this game. It feels so good and so visceral. All right, so now we're good to go. We've got the carbonium coming on in right there. We also need to track down a source of ironium. This is our ironium over here. I'm a little bit worried about it. Until we fill up on carbonium, I'm going to go ahead and get as much of this ironium as we can. I'm not a huge fan of like this base layout that we're going to have to claim, but we're going to have to make this work. I mean, dealing with the topography and the geography is, much like in They Are Billions, kind of its own similar sub-challenge inside the confines of the game. I need this to blow up. There we go. We'll blow that up real fast. For the armory, we've got 350 of the carbonium. I think it's a really smart idea for us to expand our storage so that we're not wasting our production time. So there we go. Where's our base under attack at? Oh, over here. There's one little bug over here. Season the initiative and try to mess with my day, huh? I respect it, actually. He took the initiative. Okay, so while we wait for the carbonium to fill on up, I'm going to try to grab as much of this ironium up here as I possibly can. The ironium is a special resource in this game. It's actually refined entirely from online social media sites. This is the pure crystallized essence of irony and sarcasm right here. It's a very, very special planet that we're living on. It looks like we have the storage now on our resources to actually build the armory. We need to kind of push towards Tier 2 as fast as possible. As we get further on into the game, the waves are going to incorporate new enemies, and this game actually does have a lot of enemy variety. In addition, we're going to have sub-challenges, like wiping out kind of nests and things like that all over the map. Otherwise, the waves will become super overwhelming super quickly. Basically, they add on in, and so, like, we want to maintain our momentum here about as much as we possibly can. Okay, we have enough stuff to get our armory built. The armory is an important building because it, like, refills our ammunition, basically. So we'll throw the armory in, like, right there. Yeah, it seems okay. We got 1 minute till the armory's done. I'm going to go get some more ironium while we wait because that cost us a big grip of what we had available. When we max out on carbonium, I'm going to start getting the walls down because the walls are going to give me an extra couple seconds for the enemy to break through that I can kind of kite them around and kind of run them around in circles, basically. We're going to be grabbing a big piece of the map here. I'm not sure it's going to be a plan that's going to pay off, but I'm going to try to claim as much ground as I possibly can, just because the resources are so spread out that I don't think we have a choice. I do think that, like, in the final build, they should make the first ironiums and carboniums a little bit closer. Maybe they have a little bit less in the stack when they do that, but it is kind of hard to get to them sometimes in this. So we've got kind of a wall opportunity right here. So we'll go ahead and put that in right there. We're going to drag this down to, like, right there. And then this rock right here, we need to claim this space. And I'm actually going to prioritize having, like, a lot of physical space right here so that I can fit more turrets, basically. And then down this way, I actually think the defense job is not so bad down here. I'm going to put a long wall right here. Capitalize on that as much as I possibly can. We'll put in a long wall. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of turrets. I think that's kind of unavoidable at this point. And there goes all of our carbonium for right now. On the plus side, they should be reloading. Yeah, my gun's reloading now. So it looks like there was a little pack over here. There we go. Hey, and he dropped, what is that right there? Homing projectiles. This game has a Diablo-style loot system that is actually incorporated in a way that I think is pretty elegant. Basically, as you get upgraded weapons and better stuff, they'll have mod slots, and you can actually take these guns and turn them into more awesome stuff. Like, you can make it so that your machine gun has homing bullets. You can make it so that your machine gun fires twice as fast. You can make it so that you manufacture ammo faster. You can make it so the bullets pierce. I mean, there is a lot of opportunity in this game to kind of customize your loadout as you get further on in. Unfortunately, the demo is kind of short. Oh, I see what happened here. Okay. Well, I'll probably do something like that right there then. Yep. I mean, we've created little pooling areas where attacks are going to be, so a lot of people don't realize this, but surface area is maximized on corners. And so anyways, geometrically, that's why corners tend to fall first in video games. Ooh, and I ran out of biomass. That's fun. Well, let me get my ironium back up real fast. We got 1 minute till the next attack. I'm going to try to get gates placed before too long. I'm worried that maybe I was a little bit greedy in my acquisition of resources, but like I didn't have a choice. This Ironium was so far out that there was just no way around it. I think I'm going to try to get this mined about as soon as possible, but I think we should focus on the power grid and getting gates deployed first. I think that's where we should start out at. I know that power plant down there has no plant matter. I'm just going to ignore it for right now because our grid is in good shape independent of that. And so we'll pick up more plant biomass as the game goes along. But for right now, let's get these gates locked in. So we're probably going to need a gate over here. So there's a gate. Probably going to need a gate like right here so that we can effectively defend it. And then on this side, I'm just going to kind of sprinkle gates here and there. So we'll put a gate like there. We'll put a gate like here. We'll put a gate like there. I don't know if I should put a gate on the corner. A gate on the corner kind of worries me. We'll put a gate right there. And then another gate right there. And I think, is that a gate on every surface? No. We need a gate right there. Perfect. All right, so the gate's done been took. We've got 300 carbonium left. Our next goal is going to be to upgrade this to level 2. And that'll give us access to the tech tree so we can start doing research. We need to get the rocket launcher or some kind of explosive as soon as possible. That's just going to be fundamentally unavoidable. Let's start running the power grid over here so that we can get this Ironium. There we go. Ironium's all ready to rock. And we will put in, I guess, 2 Ironium miners over here. There we go. 2 Ironium miners. That does squeeze us a little bit close to the wall right there. But we are losing Ironium at the moment because it's manufacturing ammo for our machine gun. And so until we have the Ironium mines up, we're always going to be at a deficit, which is not what you want to be at. Which way are they coming from? They're coming from down here. All right, I'm going to have to be the vanguard on this one. I'm not really going to have much of an option. I'd like to put in some more power while we wait. I just don't want to be at max resources wasting time. Where are they at? Buggies, you over here? I'm going to do some landscaping while I wait for you, Buggies, okay? I'm going to wait till I get the your wall has been hit trigger. Oh, we've got 11 seconds. Gotcha. Okay. Well, perfect time to gather up some plant biomass, I guess. Actually, if we could pinch this right here, this is actually a really nice geographical figure. Oh, dude, they went a different direction than I expected. Okay, well, let's start doling out some hot and spicy love, shall we? I'm going to have to get aggressive over here because I need to get them off the gates. If I take some damage, it's fine. I can't have them inside my base. There we go. There's going to be range guys in this wave, too, so we're going to have to deal with that in just a second. There we go. Just fix them up with a little bit of DACA right there. Shields are back up so I can get aggressive down here, and I think that's going to be the wave. We need to use the painting tool. This game has a really, really good painting tool to fix all that right there. Yeah, I'm not in love with this rock right here. I could either go to the outside of it or to the inside of it, but it's going to be blocking line of sight either way. This is where our base is going to fold at. I'm calling it now. It's a bad geographical pattern. I don't like it. Okay, so we are going to need more power. That's going to be somewhat vital. So let's get the grid sort of retrofitted and ready to rock. And then on top of that, I've only got 36 biomass left. Weak, dude. Okay. Well, our next objective, we're going to get a big attack when we upgrade this to level 2. There's just no way around that. But I think we should soak it now rather than later. Because you really don't want the big attack from upgrading this to level 2 to come at the same time as this attack. And it tends to happen from time to time. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade it. So there goes all of our carbonium for right now. I'm going to grab this little patch right here. And we've got a big attack coming in a minute 50. So I've got a little bit of prep time to get ready for that, but nothing too golden. I do wish that the game told you what direction the attacks are coming from, but I think there's like a radar dish or something like that that you get later on in the tech tree that sort of alleviates that, I guess. But I'm trying to get ahead of the curve at the moment. This entire game is all about, it's the exact same as They Are Billions. This game is all about staying ahead of the enemy's attack curve, basically. And if you can manage to do that, it's not that hard to make it to the final confrontation. But if you struggle with doing that, it's going to take you a little bit of time. Come on. Almost there. A little bit more bonium, dude. I need a little bit more bonium. Put it inside my storage. Alright, so there's another grip of bonium right there. I am going to expand the power grid first and foremost because our power is still not as nice as I would like it to be. So we're going to put another array. Hold on. There we go. I got to put in another array over here of wind power. Positively fantastic. That should help out a little bit. And then we'll get back to mining. 25 seconds. I think we should be able to get 25 seconds. That'll give us time to get like an extra 150 carbonium before I have to deal with wherever this attack is coming from. Hopefully there's no golems inside of it. We don't have the rocket launcher yet. Without the rocket launcher, we, as of right now, really don't have any way to deal with the golems. Like, they resist your attacks. They've got really, really high armor, and so your bullets just bounce off of them. You got to have rockets or grenades or something to deal with them. Alright, big attacks coming from the east. I think I can deal with that. We've just got to hodl a little bit, dude. We just got to hodl. It's our only way through this. I'm going to clear out all this real fast. I'm going to kind of cut out in this direction a little bit. Sort of hoping that I run into him first so that I have a little bit of extra time to kite him around. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take these guys and sort of just walk in a circle. Basically, I herd these little dudes. If they see you first, they won't go after the walls. And so kind of sallying out in order to fight them is usually a pretty decent idea. We are, however, going to be dealing with a lot of ranged guys. All right, ranged guys, let's deal with you. Would you like to taste my hot and molten steel? I shouldn't be wasting that on them. It's not worth it. Oh, there's more of you over here, is there? Okay. Ow, my shields are broken. That's what that blue flash is, in case you were wondering. It's my shields breaking. Come on. I just gotta get done and finished with these little outriders right here that are coming out to tackle me. And as long as I can avoid getting pinned, we'll be okay. There we go. Nice little attack right there. This is indeed a large attack. They were not kidding. I'd like to whittle around the edges of the ranged ones if I can, because they're adding a lot of chaff to this situation that I just don't feel like dealing with. Throw out a heal real fast. I think we can clean up the rest with machine guns now. Unfortunately, the ammo limit's what's going to get us in trouble right here. We're almost out of ammo already. There we go. Perfect. I think we picked up another mod, too. It's unfortunate that we can't really use it. Perfect. I don't want to get drawn into too far off of a conflict, if I can help it. Let's drag these back to the wall and see what's adding and what isn't. So we've still got this guy over here. But it hasn't queued up the next attack. That's good. It kind of pushed back the last attack. Give me a little bit more electricity. The more plants I can pick up, the better. Oh, shoot. We're capped on resources. I need to get back over here. Being capped on resources is one of the absolute most wasteful things you can possibly do. And I would really prefer not to do it. So what I'd like to get down now is I'd like to add like 2 or 3 more batteries to our array down here. I know my base is under attack. There's a few more batteries. And then let's go pull these guys off the walls real fast. Hey, sir, what do you think you're doing? Sir, this is a Wendy's. What do you think you're doing? Oh, there's a bunch of them up here. I'm going to have to deal with that. Yeah, I can't have this right outside my gate. This is a problem. They're going to add on to whatever next wave they go past. This game uses a similar system to They Are Billions where, like, you got to get out here Oh, I died. My bad. I didn't mean to. I'm going to go pick that back up. I think there was an explosive in there that I accidentally hit with my sword. When you die, you just lose like 10 seconds and then you respawn back at base. You also drop any weapons that were on your person, so I lost my sword, which is actually super bad because the sword is kind of your fallback weapon. Yeah, it looks like there was an explosive in there that got me. Let's go back to the inventory. I got to re-equip my sword real fast. Re-equip that. Inside this menu, you've got your manufacturing limits, how many bullets you want them to craft for you. You've got the weapons that you can make. So we've got a blaster, we've got a shotgun, and a machine gun that we can build for right now. We have our equipment, so we can have 3 weapons on each side, so 3 different melees. We can have 3 different ranged. These are mods for your mech right here, like increased armor, increased HP, increased damage, all that kind of stuff. You've got your skills and consumables down here. They're apparently going to have other skins and stuff that are going to be available. You have your list of mods right here. We've picked up a whole bunch of those, but unfortunately, none of our weapons are gonna none of our weapons have mod slots. That's what these are right here, but they're X'd out, so I can't really do anything. So there you go. Things to be aware of, I guess. We need to, so the power grid's looking real good right now. That means to me that it's time for us to go get some AI cores, possibly. Actually, let's forego that for a second. I think we've got time. I'm gonna put in another grid. Of these bad betties right here. Oh, they're slightly off by 1. Did I skip a tile somewhere? Oh, I did. I skipped a tile right there. Sorry, OCD people. Is it? Man, I wish they would stop this. Really, bro? Really, bro? That's how it's gonna be, huh? Get on out of here. Alright, so we got 7 minutes till our next attack. That means that it's definitely time for us to start contemplating options. We have enough carbonium to where I can get some more AI cores down. That's going to supply us with more capacity for building turrets. So I'm pretty much just going to liquidate my entire inventory right now of carbonium in order to get after that. And we need to start turreting all these walls. We want to have basically turrets about 4 or 5 spaced all the way around. After we do that, we want to triple thick the walls. Once we triple thick the walls, then we want to add another turret on the in-betweens of those 5 spaces on the 3 space. And then we need to start upgrading, and then about that time, it'll be time for the final wave. So anyways, we're making good progress right now. I don't feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm playing okay at the moment. I've had better runs, but I've also had worser runs, and so I can live with it. Build a communications hub. Okay. You can probably do that. Starting research is actually probably pretty smart. Maybe I'll do that next. So there's our 400 carbonium. Let me jump on this iron mine over here and help them out. Yeah. So it just spawned a boss on us. This is one of the randomized events. There's a boss up there, and as long as the boss is alive, it's going to make the waves worse. And so we kind of need to deal with that sooner rather than later, in my opinion. We're almost there on resources for making our communications hub, so that'll be nice. We'll get the communications hub down. We got 2 minutes to go deal with this. This is a big gamble. If we pull this off, it's going to be okay, but there's going to be a lot of bad guys in between us and victory here. Alright, so you guys are wiped out. I need that to explode, and if it kills a bunch of you, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Those explosive nodes can be really difficult to see when they're in the middle of like an enemy mass. You can get yourself into trouble from time to time. And my heal's on cooldown. Oh, we've got the big, okay. We've got the big rhino guys over here. If you backpedal, most of the stuff in this game can't hurt you. Just backpedal. Most of the melees really struggle with hitting backpedaling groups. Alright, so we got a geothermal vent right there. The boss is probably over here somewhere. We've got mortar launchers. That's not ideal.
The technology queue is idle. Select new technologies for...
Oh, I dodged in the wrong direction. That almost cost me. And because there's going to be so many AoEs flying around, we may kind of take some hits over here. Luckily, oh, there's a golem in there. That freaking sucks. Okay, hold on. There's a golem in there. I have no way to deal with him, unfortunately. So we need to go to the weapons menu, and we need to research grenade launchers about as soon as possible. I've got mines. those guys explode. Oh my god, there's so many bullets everywhere. Oh no, that was explosives right there. Luckily, I pulled that off in the final moments. Oh, there's 2 of the golems. Okay, and the last thing we need is to kite this thing back to our base. We have to kill the little mortar launchers with ranged weapons. If we don't kill them with ranged weapons, this is going to go really bad for us. My heal is not back up yet. Let me put down a few more mines. Just kind of kite them backwards a little bit. It's going to be fine. Yeah, I need you to, like, reload my ammunition.
We should construct more storage buildings.
Yeah, resources are full. Did we ever get the explosives weapons researched? I need him. Oh. Okay, bounced my weapon a little bit right there. So my bullets come back up anyways. This is worth it, I promise. We just kind of got to get it done. Almost there. Just got to save my dodge. Unfortunately. Don't have a lot of room to play with right now. And I'm out of ammunition. I probably should have waited to do this until I had like a bigger weapon. But hey, that's life. I think if we run away from those guys, they'll de-aggro, but I don't know that for certain. We've got a couple minutes until our weapons are done. I don't know what I want to do here. I think we need to get turrets down is what I think we need to do. So let's go ahead and get turrets rocking real fast. We'll kind of just place turrets haphazardly. Yeah, they're coming in. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. I don't particularly have a way to deal with this until our rocket launcher is done. Because none of my weapons hurt these guys, I don't think. Oh, well, the plasma gun does. We'll try the plasma gun out then.
Base is under attack.
Hey, he's dead. Nice. He must have stepped on a couple of mines. There we go. We got that one too. So apparently the plasma gun will work as well. I actually hadn't tested out the plasma gun against those guys, but I figured our base was going to go down and we were in a potential wipe situation already. So I might as well try out something that I hadn't tried yet. We'll put in some turrets. I'm going to have to run the grid to all these, unfortunately. This is also going to increase our power drain by just a biblical amount.
Base is under attack.
Is it? I wish that it wasn't. Can it stop? Oh, we're being attacked by a ranged guy over here. Okay. Get out of here. Stop that.
Destroyed.
Damn it. You know what? I don't appreciate what you've done here. Alright, we'll get those up and running. They're coming in from the south. That really sucks. I would rather not deal with that right now. But hey.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints
That's
are
life.
available for crafting.
Sometimes things happen that you don't want to deal with. Yeah, there they go. Oh, I'm in the middle of an explosive field right now. That's super bad. Well, we got the turrets up in time, so that's... Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Yeah, being in the middle of this explosive field has been really, really rough. That is not an ideal situation. We'll see what we drop here. But I need to get back into it. We didn't drop our sword, so that's good. I mean, the explosive fields are like a blessing and a curse, because when we're dying, it's also killing everything that's attacking us. However, it's also killing us. So, a little good, little bad, you know. On the plus side, we got the defense grid up fast enough to make this actually work, so I'm proud of that. Our research is not queued right now, but we need to get the rocket launcher manufactured about as soon as possible. So I need 250 of each resource to get the rocket launcher banging. But we're out of time for the day. This is the Riftbreaker. Really, really cool game. I mean, you do alien research so that you deal more damage. There's going to be a campaign mode that takes place on this map over here. There's manufacturing and crafting and building and research and all kinds of fun stuff. I've been having a blast, and I'm really looking forward to this game. And so anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. I'll have something hot and fresh for you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.